Dear students, in today's session we are going to see few multiple choice questions which may be useful for competitive examinations under P block elements. Alright, let me discuss only few. Match the following. List 1 and list 2 are given that you may be noting here. First gene, which is nothing but carbonyl chloride, which is a poisonous gas. And next, borax glass. Very simple question. When borax is heated, it loses water of hydration and then it decomposes to form sodium metaborate and boron trioxide, which is known as borax glass. Borax glass. And carbon monoxide can readily form metal carbonyl, nickel tetracarbonyl. Tetracarbonyl, nickel 0. Iron pentacarbonyl. Likewise, we may get metal carbonyls. And carbon dioxide is a colorless gas which is used as a fire extinguisher. So, it is found in Q. Fire extinguisher R, Na it is P, and metal carbonyl S. So QPSR A, option A is the correct one. The next question, alumina can be converted to anhydrous AlCl3 by heating. Alumina when heated with carbon and trichloride, Al2O3 with carbon and trichloride. Usually when metal oxide is heated with carbon, it forms only carbon monoxide, not carbon dioxide. So it should give 3CO, 3 oxygen, therefore 3CO. And aluminum should become aluminum chloride. This is how the reaction goes. 2. How to balance the equation? Here also we have 2 aluminum, here also we have, but we need 2 AlCl, 2 aluminum, therefore 2 AlCl3, 6 chlorine, therefore 3Cl2, that's all. Alumina and the carbon mixture when made to react with the chlorine, we get aluminum chloride. So Al2O3 can be converted to anhydrous aluminum chloride by heating. B option, mixture of Al2O3 and carbon in trichlorine gas. This. Identify the correct resonance structures of carbon dioxide from the following. So for carbon dioxide, carbon, the outermost energy level, has got 4 electrons, and those 4 electrons are 1, 2, 3, 4. Oxygen, the outermost energy level, has got 6 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how carbon dioxide is formed. C double bond O. 2 lone pairs of electrons. Carbon is sp hybridized and 2 more p orbital, 2 sp hybridized orbitals each contain 1 electron each, and 1 electron in p orbital, another electron in another p orbital, perpendicular to the board, perpendicular. Likewise, oxygen, 6 electrons we have. Out of 6, only 2 p orbitals are involved in bonding. 1 p orbital like this along this axis, 1 p orbital like this along this axis, making 1 carbon oxygen bond, 1 carbon oxygen bond. Another p orbital perpendicular to like this, another p orbital perpendicular like this. So here 1 p orbital, a pi bond, here 1 pi bond. So this is the structure of carbon dioxide. It is linear, alright. Now, the electron pair may be migrated here. It is because of this electron pair may be migrated here, and therefore we may get the bond C triple bond O. Because of loss of an electron pair, you may get positive charge over here, and O, because of gain of an electron pair, we may get negative charge here. But in the reverse side, the resonance may go the other way. The electron pair may be migrated here in the reverse direction. If it goes like this, we may get C double bond O. A bond is formed here. It is because of loss of electron pair plus positive charge, only one electron pair. Here one bond is migrated, therefore single bond, and we get the excess electron 1, 2, 3 minus charge. So all the three are resonance structures. In our question, it is given B option is correct, and no other option seems to be correct. If you look at C, negative charge is given over triple bonded carbon, but it should be positive charge, and therefore it is wrong. All others are wrong, only B option is correct. B option is given. If these two were given, it may be correct, but it is not given, or those things were not given. Then next one, borosol is inorganic benzene. Yes, it is inorganic benzene, borosol. B and N are placed in alternate manner. I think we have seen just now. It is inorganic benzene, borosol or borosine. All right. And now, benzene and borosol are isoelectronic and show structural similarity. Yes, it is isoelectronic. Why isoelectronic? Boron, carbon, nitrogen, likewise it goes. Boron, the outermost energy level, has got 4 electrons. Sorry, boron 3 electrons, carbon 4 electrons, nitrogen 5 electrons. In benzene, we have all carbon. In benzene, all these things will be carbon. But now, since it is present boron and nitrogen, electrons are balanced, and therefore, as if we can assume that all of them have 4 electrons each, and it is because of donation of excess electron per each. Nitrogen is having 1 electron per extra. It can be given to make a bond, a double bond can be formed like this. And when double bond is formed, it will get positive charge, and boron will get negative charge. So borosol is inorganic benzene is correct. Why it is called inorganic benzene? Benzene and borosol are isoelectronic and show structural similarity. That is also correct. It is the reason for calling it as inorganic benzene. The next question. Which one of the following statement is incorrect? The formula of boron nitride Bn3. No, it is wrong. Boron nitride is Bn only. Valence 3 for both B and it is wrong. I think A alone is incorrect. B. Boron does not react directly with hydrogen. Yes, we have to get diboron, it has to be allowed to react in a different manner. Fluorine shows only -1 oxidation state, it is correct. While the other halogens have +1, +3, +5 and +7 oxidation state in addition to -1. That is also correct. Among halogens, fluorine is the only element which can show -1 oxidation state. Due to its high electronegativity, oxygen forms hydrogen bonds with hydrogen. Yes, fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen are the 3 elements. High electronegativity, next to that. So these elements can form hydrogen bonds with the neighboring hydrogen. It is because of high electronegativity. Then match the following. Boric acid, H3BO3, that you may be knowing. Tetraboric acid, H4B2O7. Boric acid, H3BO3. Tetraboric acid, H2B4O7. It is like borax Na2B4O7. And then metaboric acid, HbO2, when heated, it forms metaboric acid. And then fluoboric acid. Fluoboric acid should contain hydrofluoboric acid. BF3 plus HF. So boric acid 2, tetraboric acid 3, metaboric acid 4, fluoboric acid 1. 2, 3, 4, 1 is the correct option. Option A. Then the thermal decomposition of benzene diazonium fluoborate gives benzene diazonium fluoborate. When heated, it decomposes to form the fluorine will come over here, and you will be getting nitrogen, fluobenzene, and then boron trifluoride. Then match the following. Graphite is lubricant. Graphite is a lubricant. And then diamond is the hardest element, hardest allotrop, and therefore rock drilling. It is because of this property, rock drilling. And fullerene is soccer ball. Buckminster fullerene, it is soccer ball. And then graphene is having honeycomb crystal. So all those things in the allotropes of graphite you might have seen. It is used as lubricant in itself because it can slide one over the other. Diamond is the hardest material, therefore rock drilling. And fullerene, carbon atoms are involved in sp2 hybridization. If 5 or 6 membered rings are joined together to give soccer ball, Buckminster fullerene we say. Graphene, it is having fullerene end. It is having honeycomb model. So the correct match is option C. Then which one of the following statements is incorrect? Potassium is a double salt. Yes, it is a double salt. It is correct. K2SO4, Al2SO4 thrice, 24H2O. It is potash double salt. K2SO4, Al2SO4 thrice, and then 24H2O. Potassium is insoluble in alcohol. Yes, potassium is soluble in water and insoluble in alcohol. The aqueous solution of potassium is basic due to the hydrolysis of aluminum sulfate. It is basic is incorrect. Of course, aluminum sulfate is made of strong base and strong acid. Therefore, it will not undergo hydrolysis. Both these components will not undergo hydrolysis. But here, aluminum sulfate undergo hydrolysis, mainly aluminum part to give aluminum hydroxide and H plus ion. Or aluminum sulfate, when it undergoes hydrolysis, you will be getting aluminum hydroxide and sulfuric acid. Aluminum hydroxide weak base, sulfuric acid strong acid. Therefore, the mixture is acidic. 3SO4 therefore 3, 2Al therefore 2, 6 OH, 6 hydrogen, 6 H2. It is weak base strong acid, therefore acidic. So that statement is partially correct and that statement is totally incorrect. At 475, potassium loses water hydration and swells up at further heating at about 500 Kelvin. It will be getting burnt. All those things are correct. So C option is incorrect. 148. Consider the following statements. Cross-linked silicones are obtained by hydrolysis of R2SiCl2. So usually cross-linking means we need RSiCl3. So if we have 3 hydroxyl groups, upon hydrolysis of R2SiCl2, you will be getting R2SiOH twice only. When it is hydrolyzed, you will be getting RSiOH thrice. It can be extended in all the 3 directions. RSiOH, OH, OH, RSiOH, OH, OH, RSiOH, OH, OH, RSiOH, OH, OH. It can be extended in 3 dimensions. Still extension is possible. All right. So it is because of that we get 3-dimensional structure. Cross-linking is possible only with RSiCl3 and not with R2SiCl2. Here we may get only linear one, RSiClCl. Upon hydrolysis OH, OH. So it can be extended in a linear direction, and therefore 1 is not correct. 1 is not correct. And then second one. All silicones are water repellent. Yes, they have inorganic side chain and therefore they are water repellent. All silicones are water repellent. That is correct. 1 is incorrect, 2 is correct. The viscosity of silicone oil remains constant and does not change with S It is highly resistant to temperature, withstand high temperature, and high temperature oil bath and paints can withstand high temperature are used. Therefore, 3 is also correct. So, statement 2 and 3 are correct, A option. Then consider the following statements. Carbon monoxide acts as ligand and forms metal carbonyl complex compound with transition metal. Yes, nickel tetracarbonyl we have seen already. Statement 1 is correct. Then, in metal carbonyl, the transition metal is in zero oxidation state. Yes, nickel tetracarbonyl. The name may be tetracarbonyl nickel 0, zero oxidation state. That is also correct statement only. The formula of iron pentacarbonyl is FeOH 5 times. Yes, yes, it is correct only. 3 is also correct. So, all the 3 statements are correct. And match the following again. Zeolites, tectosilicate, sheet silicate and asbestos. How to match with the corresponding? Zeolites we know it is sodium aluminosilicate, which has got microporous material. Water molecule can flow through and exchange of ions possible. Therefore, it is used for the removal of permanent hardness. Therefore, 2 for zeolite. Then tectosilicate, it's nothing but quartz, where all the 4 oxygen atoms of SiO4 4 minus units are shared, and we get SiO2, and it is said to be tectosilicate. Example, quartz. That is correct. Then sheet silicate is having graphite-like property. What is graphite-like property? In graphite, all the carbon atoms are in sp2 hybridization. One sheet can slide over the other. So, when we say sheet silicate, it is also having that property, and therefore, graphite-like property is correct. Asbestos is used in brake lining. Yes. So, 2413 option C is the correct one. So, with that we complete a few questions under P block elements, which you may get some idea over the chapter. And again, for all the chapters continuously we will be discussing 1 mark questions fully, and then questions for NEET, and all the subjects will be taught in detail. If you have any doubt, you can raise in comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and so that you will be getting updations again and again. Thank you.